Well, there's never a shortage of shows or sights and sounds throughout this city, but for the next few hours, all eyes are glued to Allegiant Stadium here in Las Vegas. And off we go from Las Vegas. And he won't quite make it to the 25. They'll start on the ground here on first down. And he'll work this forward for about 3 at second down. Well, this defense for the Raiders, they were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was a nearly unstoppable pass rush. 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries given up. So now what do you do on offense? You just max protect, keep everyone in and run the ball, or maybe just 1 or 2 receiver routes in order to try and keep your quarterback upright.
They'll come up on a 2nd and 7 from the 27. Here's Williams. That's complete. Romadunze. And down he goes, but he takes it up to the 40. Throwing is Williams. And down he goes. Brought down a Raiders sack. Max Crosby. Credit him with a sack, and it goes as a loss of 6. A week ago, they dominated in the trenches. They got in the backfield for 5 sacks, setting the tone there, one on the opening drive.
And it sets the tone for the opposing team, doesn't it? Remember when you were a kid and you went to the theater and saw that horror movie and it stuck with you for a while and you were a little bit jumpy? Well, if you saw 5 sacks the previous week and you're the quarterback, you might be a little jumpy as well. Might throw off his timing.
Yeah, be jumpy, but sorry, Bob and Linda wouldn't let me see a PG movie until I was 17.
Well, that's just good parenting.
They need 12 here. It's 3rd down. Working out of the gun, Williams. Pass taken in by his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 43. A big 3rd down pickup of 20 yards.
We often hear the phrase sure-handed tight ends, and he certainly fits into that category. Plus, he's got a quarterback who knows to look his way when they need a big pickup. And on this play, he finds him for the first down.
And Bateman, and he'll go in motion right here. To throw, Williams. Oh, he tries to force it in, and it's intercepted. 20. And he takes this one back into the end zone, and the Raider defense delivers a score. Well, CD, these two teams barely off the buses, and this defense already has a sack and now the interception and the pick 6 to take the lead.
Partner, you'd have to think that this was part of their game plan coming in because they wanted to embrace an aggressive mindset and attack on defense. They were trying to force that quick miscue, and I would say their plan worked to perfection.
Extra point by York is up and good. And it's now a 7-0 game. So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. And all in all, a pretty solid return. Nearly got it to the 35. They'll mark him down officially at the 34. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
And sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff just goes right out the window. You're right back out on the field with a chance to atone.
To throw, it's Williams. Oh, Odunze wide open. It's complete. And they'll get this well past midfield before being stopped just before the 35. That one good for 26 and a first down.
Well, that certainly has to feel good. It's not all the time that the play caller should get all the credit. Sometimes I think in the huddle, the quarterback just says, hey, who's going to make a play for me? I just need something right here. And the end result there, nice first down. Drive keeps moving.
Looking to throw is Williams. An off-balance throw there, and it's going to wind up incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh.
And what I saw on film was nearly an unstoppable pass rush. They had 5 sacks last week, plenty of hurries. So now do you just max protect on offense, keep everyone in, and run, 1 or 2 receiver routes to make sure your quarterback stays up? We'll soon find out.
And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or 2 shy of the 10. That one good for 26 and a first down. They'll try the left side. Peoples, and able to get him inside the 5 here, just inside the 5 to about the 4. A solid run on first down, gain of 7, leaves him with a 2nd and 3. Hands it off out of the gun. And he's going to get him about 3 yards closer. He's down to about the 2. Play number 7 coming on this drive. It's 3rd and inches. From the gun, he'll hand this off. And he's going to run into a brick wall right in the middle of the field, and I don't think he got there. They'll be marked inches short. No gain on the play, and that's going to lead him to 4th down. They'll try and run for it. And he's not going to get there. Might have even lost a yard. They'll get neither the touchdown nor the first down. And that will force a turnover on downs. They'll start on the ground. Hall. And nothing much materializing there on the first down run. He'll get a couple, and that's it.
Well, not a game that you're going to go crazy about, but when you start at your own 2-yard line, any type of space is good for the offensive guys.
Yeah, you just can't go backwards from here. They did it. Now we'll see if they can keep it on schedule here on 2nd down. They'll send a receiver in motion left. Here's Hall again. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes 3rd down tougher. 3rd down and 9.
This defense is a difficult one to prepare for, one of the best in the league. They'll come at you from all angles, and they did a nice job there stopping him for a loss.
Back near his goal line. Here's Ritter. And that will be incomplete.
That was their first 3rd down try of the game, and clearly something was off in the execution of that play. Good news, they've got a whole game left to clean that up and start clicking on those key 3rd down throws.
And he's able to get it out of there. And he'll take it on this side of midfield. A good kick that time, but also a pretty good 15-yard return. And it'll be a short field for the Bears as they take over 1st and 10. So here's a 1st and 10 at the 38. To the air, Williams. Eluding the pressure right. And he wisely will throw that one away.
One thing you always worry about when he breaks the pocket is he going to take off with it? That time, the pressure was starting to close in, and he's just got to throw this one away.
Now a 2nd and 10. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. And that'll be off the mark, too far out in front, and it's incomplete. You look at this Raiders defense. They were excellent a week ago in the win over Pittsburgh. And last week in that victory, they were pretty good. Probably a pretty easy film session, I would imagine.
And after a performance like that, so many people think you just roll into film, take your popcorn, kick back, and enjoy the show because they played well. I can just tell you from experience, after a win is when coaches come down on you harder because they want to emphasize all the mistakes that happened. Because you won, you're in a good mood. They want to bring you back to earth.
Under pressure, and down he goes. They sack him back at the 36. It looks like a loss of right around 11 there on 1st down to set him back on 2nd. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. So 2nd and long, and got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On play action, here's Williams. That's complete to his rookie 2nd-round pick. And he's going to have another 1st down as the tackle comes at the Raiders' 14. A good pickup there, a 22. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Peoples. And all the way down inside the 5 to the 4. They get 10 more there, and I believe that'll be enough for another 1st down. It will. From the gun, they'll try to run it. And he is met in his tracks behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2 there, bringing up 2nd down.
I have a feeling they'll stay committed to running the football, especially on their early downs. They just haven't had a whole lot of success just yet.
Here's a 2nd and 7. And that's incomplete.
The name of the game is always on defense, put pressure on the quarterback. And that's exactly what they've done today. It looks like they've given him a little bit rattled. That would have been the 2nd interception in the 1st half.
They've been denied touchdowns in the red zone twice already. Here comes 3rd and goal. They'll look to throw for it with Williams. Escaping the pressure right. And that's going to be caught. Oh, a one-handed grab there. He's got it for the touchdown. Cairo Santos on to try the extra point. It's up and good, and we're tied at 7 here in quarter number 2. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. The returner, Trey Tucker, going to bring this one out. And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. These guys definitely hoping for a better showing than their last appearance. They couldn't really even move the football much beyond the shadows of their own goalpost, Charles. We'll see if they can get a better, more sustained drive going here.
Yeah, and every team that we ever talk to says the exact same thing. When you start a drive from that deep in your own territory, the goal is a minimum of at least 2 first downs, because even if you have to punt then, you change the field position, right? You flip the field a little bit. They didn't get that done. This time they want to string together a nice drive and help themselves out.
On 1st and 10, it's Hall. And he'll be pretty well stopped in his tracks. Give him a yard up to the 42. The Raiders at 3-2, a game over 500 here to start the season. And they come in feeling pretty good after back-to-back victories, CD.
And I thought that they played pretty well last week. Their execution, their discipline, their resilience, all on display in that victory.
Ritter to throw it. They'll get this one complete. That's A.J. Brown. And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 44-yard line. Ritter off to play fake. He's got a man. That's caught left sideline. 23 yards on the play.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against them a few minutes ago because they've come out and reestablished the tempo. A nice throw there, and they're putting together a very strong drive as a response.
And that one covered beautifully. Their defenders stayed home, and they'll stop him behind the line. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
At the Bears' 23-yard line.
Ritter back to throw. He'll get the tight end Bowers involved there. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. His first catch, good for 14 there and a first down.
First and goal at the 9-yard line.
Ritter. And that is caught. Touchdown, Raiders. Brock Bowers, his 4th touchdown on the year. And the Raiders have taken the lead. Extra point by York is up and good. And that makes the score 14-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards. 30.
At their own 28-yard line.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. After that last score we just saw, now 14-7, so a chance to march down the field here, try to tie this football game. Steps away to his left. And a big loss here as he's taken down. So they'll accept that penalty, and that'll, of course, move the football up the field. They'll try the left side. Peoples, and they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10.
The running lanes have definitely not been there for him here in the first half, and I don't think it's all been his fault. His offensive line hasn't given him much space. A loss results there.
And he will find his big tight end over the middle. And he's got this to the 30 before being taken down. So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Back to throw. Williams. Oh, the ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
This defense is going to have to finish the job. There's still a second half that they have to play. But so far, an absolute total effort. They've disrupted the passing game, stressed the pocket for the quarterback. They forced him into errant throws. Everything they're doing has been executed well.
Slot man moves right. And 2nd and 10, he'll look to throw again. Flush to his right. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
As expected, he's gone to him several times in this game, but that's the first time one has slipped from his grasp. I'll bet he goes back to him, though. He's an excellent player.
Williams from the gun on 3rd down. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. The Raiders going to use one of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And how about this? 4th and long, and they're going to go for it. They'll go. Here's Williams. The ball away, and it falls incomplete. The Bears tried it on 4th down, unable to convert. And the Raider D, they get the football back. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. And they'll be looking to build off of a nice drive last time, a drive that really relied on the quarterback.
Making good decisions, distributing the ball well, distributing it accurately, keeping it away from danger. A really nicely run drive.
But now the defense, what adjustments do they need to make in the passing game?
Pass rush, pass rush, pass rush. Whether it's the guys up front or maybe you bring additional guys, but you've got to disrupt the timing of them throwing the football.
We'll see if they can disrupt it here. Ritter will set up to throw it. Flushed out right. The improv act there, good for 9, and now they'll be looking at a 3rd and short, 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the 1st down. Here's Ritter. He's going to float this one deep right side. And it's intercepted at the goal line. Picked off by Riley Moss. And the Bears are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And with just under a minute to go, they might try to think about mounting a drive here if they can and get in the end zone to potentially tie this game up. To the sideline and incomplete. Again from the 20 after the incompletion. Here's 2nd and 10. And Bateman, he'll go in motion right here. He'll try again with the arm here on 2nd down. In trouble here, and down he goes. Back at the 8-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the second of their timeouts. As the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number 1. Here is 3rd and quite a ways. Looking to throw. Williams. And firing a deep ball for Kmet. And he bats it away, and it falls down incomplete.
And they're not going to go quietly into this halftime break. They know they're in for a fight, so they're trying to make every possession count. They took the big shot there, but it winds up incomplete.
Returnable here from the 38. It'll be a 51-yard punt that time. And it'll be Raiders football, 1st and 10.
At their own 42-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
And a smart play there. He's probably saying, I wish I would have done that on the last drive instead of throwing the interception.
Here's 2nd and 10. Looking to throw it here. Ritter. Pressure, and he's taken down. A Bear sack. Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
It's now 3rd down.
Not wanting to risk another sack, they'll play it safe with a run. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. First half in the books. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. And we welcome you back live now inside the booth alongside Charles Davis. I'm Brandon Gaudin, set and ready to rock for the 3rd quarter. A one-touchdown ball game, 14-7 our scores. We get back at it on EA Sports. And we will not see a return to start the half, as this will be a touchback. The Las Vegas offense ready to start this next drive. Second half starts with a run by Hall. And he went nowhere. He'll lose yardage back to the 29. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
And plays like that are exactly what this defense needs here early in the second half to give it a little spark. I think their halftime adjustment, what they talked about, maybe it's just a little inspirational speech. Who knows? But looks like they're ready to go.
Back to throw, Ritter. Toward the sideline, and look at that catch. Dragging the toes. That's going to be a first down. Well done. Straight ahead is Hall. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
At the 42-yard line.
Working from the gun, Ritter. And he will slide to a stop. He does have the first down. That'll be marked as a 27-yard pickup. So into Bear territory now. This is 1st and 10 down at the 31. Going play action. Ritter. That's into the hands of his tight end, Bowers. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Another nice gain, 13 yards that time, and another first down.
What a drive. This has been just chewing up the yardage, and here's one of their best plays yet as they finally get down into the red zone and look to finish this off with 6.
And he'll get him inside the 15 down to the 14-yard line. They give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6. In the first half, he was held in check on the ground, but despite that lack of production, they still have the lead.
And they've got to feel fortunate about that. If they could actually get production from their lead horse, that would help open up this offense and widen this margin too.
Ball again on 2nd down. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. Ritter now. And check down, complete to Hall. Touchdown! Brees Hall from 40 yards out. And the Raiders take the opening kickoff of the 3rd quarter and drive right down the field to extend their lead. New York on now for the extra point. It's good, and it is now 21-7. On as the Raider kickoff unit now as they will send this one away. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Well, the opposition laid down the challenge and opening drive touchdown here to start the second half. And, Charles, now you feel like this group needs to get an answer because this all of a sudden is a 2-score game.
Yeah, you're right about that. What was a small, manageable spread to overcome? A little bit more daunting now. I think you're exactly right. Pressure is on because you don't want them getting the ball back with a chance to really extend this lead out.
On the throw, let him too much that time. It's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
He's going to launch this thing way downfield. And that's caught inside the 30. And he'll be a little shy of the 25 here at the 26-yard line. So on the other side of the field now, it's 1st and 10 as they've got things rolling on this drive. They'll fake the give. Now Williams. Oh, and that is incomplete.
With his height, that's exactly what you want to put it for him. But even that throw was a little tall to connect for the touchdown.
3rd quarter from Southern Nevada. Here's a 2nd and 10. The slot man in motion right. To throw, it's Williams. Buying time to his left. And he's out of bounds. Almost gets to the 10. Opted to run for it. The decision a good one. Picking up the first, getting 14 yards on the scramble.
He certainly isn't looking at the scoreboard out there because, to me, all he's concerned about is analyzing the field and making most of the time left in this game. Deficit's still there. But
he tried to fit it in on the slant, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trayvon Merrick. And the Raiders force the turnover, and they'll take over at the 10. That throw tries on the middle of the field. Too many bodies in there got picked.
That's a normal situation too, isn't it? No matter how hard you try and spread the field sometimes, there's always going to be a traffic jam, it feels like, towards the middle. And if there's any type of a missed throw or maybe the ball's tipped or just too many bodies in the area, an interception can result.
That's into the hands of Akers, complete. And he'll go out of of bounds. Looks like right at the 15. Second down and 6 now.
A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
Paul ought to give up the middle. There's a nice move, and he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. 40 yards on the ground for him now on 9 carries.
Sometimes it's hard to believe, but there are times this game is about patience, isn't it? Has had the game he expected, but that run there, that may get him going.
I was just going to say, maybe that gives him a little juice, because you're right, he struggled, especially in that first half.
Yeah, and I know the great ones always think to themselves, just hang in there. I'm just one big carry away from busting this open. That's a good start for him.
Here now, 2nd and 9 from the 39-yard line. Ritter from the gun. Nowhere to go here. He lost the football. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they will take over at the 29-yard line. A little careless with the football, and he also had a fumble loss last week, didn't he?
He certainly did, and when I'm watching him play, the one thing that comes to mind is always remember, traffic, turbulence, people around you, 2 hands. Get 2 hands on the ball. Grip it tight. I know it looks cool to have it in one hand. Put it away, tuck it away, because you've got to take care of the ball.
And he's brought down, but not before he reaches the 8-yard line. Looking to throw is Williams. He'll find Bateman once more. And he's able to get this down to the 5-yard line before he's out of bounds. 3 yards is the gain that time, 2nd and goal. Now they'll run it on the toss. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a couple on the play, so now 3rd down coming up. 3 quarters in the books. Now they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is 3rd and goal. To throw, Williams. Touchdown, Bears! Cole Kmet, a 7-yard touchdown grab. And the Bears have made it a 1-score game again here in the 4th. Santos able to tack on the extra point. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And we will not have a return. They'll bring this to the 30. The offense for Las Vegas about set to begin the drive. Now, Charles, of course, you got to remember, last possession they fumbled. It led to a touchdown. 1-score game here. Got to be careful.
And this is where coaching and training really comes into play, doesn't it? What does everyone say after an error? Next play, move on, next drive. That mantra has to come to the front. They've got to take care of business right here and act like the last series just didn't happen.
Ritter with it after the play fake. They'll roll him out right. And this is caught. It's brought in. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a 1st down. Option left, and Ritter keeps it. Oh, no, he lost the football. But it looks like one of the DBs has it. And they'll take over inside the 45 at the 44-yard line.
Well, partner, here's where team football gets tested a little bit, because I know the defensive guys were over there chilling on the sidelines, and all of a sudden they heard the sudden change call because that fumble puts them right back on the field, and they've got to go out and finish the game now themselves.
Absolutely. Nursing that slim lead here in the 4th, a costly turnover. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. And the trend continues here in the 4th like it was in the 1st, 2nd, and 3rd. He's had nowhere to run.
And you're probably thinking to yourself, why do they keep feeding him the football? Well, they trust him first and foremost. They do believe that over time he might actually pop one of these runs. The bottom line is he takes care of the ball well for them, so they'll keep handing it to him.
And this throw incomplete. The defender all over it that time, but it's going to lead to third down. They'll come to the line here needing 9 yards to pick up the first. Here's Williams. And he's going to be taken down at the 28-yard line. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down. They'll send a receiver in motion to the right. And he'll get it here on the touch pass. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. Throwing is Williams. And that falls to the ground, incomplete. Nice job of bottling him up defensively. And now it brings up third down. To the air, Williams. And that is caught. Touchdown, Bears. A great play there. 28 yards. And the Bears are an extra point away from tying this game here in the 4th. Here we go now as we get set for a big 2-point conversion. Williams going to throw for it. And this one incomplete. So they went for the 2. They don't get it. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And no chance to see a return on the dynamic kickoff. They'll move this out to the 30-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've seen their lead nearly extinguished after that last score. But bottom line, they are still on top with the football. And a touchdown on this drive would really put them in position A. Montez Sweat, the man that time to fight in and drop him. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Ritter to throw it. This will be caught by Brown. And he'll be stopped right there at the 31. They'll wind up getting 10 back as that sets him up for third down. That catch, by the way, number 542 in his NFL career, that draws him level with Lance Allworth, who was a Hall of Famer with the Chargers back in the 60s and 70s.
Yeah, the man they call Bambi. So if you're in that type of territory, catch the same number of passes he caught, you know you're on your way to a big-time career. And just think, he's not through yet.
And he will not be able to hang on through the contact. It's incomplete. The coverage strong, and now it's 4th down. Here's A.J. Cole now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. That'll be put in the books as a 53-yard punt. And the Bears take over. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead. He's going to look deep down the field. And incomplete on the deep ball.
For the lead right there. They know they're in a position where fortune favors the brave. So they took their shot, but couldn't connect.
2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Caught out left side by Robinson. And he'll be out right at the 35. First target, first catch, and a first down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
Call it a gain of 4 on first, and that'll make it 2nd down. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. A pass complete to Odunze. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Working out of the gun, Williams. And this one is going to be off the mark, too far out in front.
This could be the start of a nice stand from this defense now after getting walked backwards on this drive. Come through with another one here, and you have them staring at a 3rd and long, and that puts the defense in a position to dictate to the offense.
Escaping the pressure right. Man open is Robinson. And they will get him down, but not before he gets very good yardage there, as that will lead us right into the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. They'll try the left side. Peoples. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. And quickly we're going to get another stop here with 1:54 left as they call the timeout defensively. Now 1st and goal. And they'll keep leaning on the running game. Back to the ground. And from the 9, they get this to the 5-yard line. Now the Raiders going to go ahead and use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. And the ball smacked down on the 5-yard line. Here's 2nd and goal. And they'll run on the inside handoff. And he's into the end zone. Touchdown, Bears. A great effort there, with his 2nd touchdown of the game, number 8 on the season. And the Bears have taken a 4th quarter lead.
The Bears will line up for the 2-point conversion.
They'll look to throw. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. Now after the touchdown, here's Santos to kick this one away. And not willing to risk a return. This ball's going to come out to the 30-yard line. This is 1st and 10. Here's Ritter. Wide open receiver complete. And he is finally forced out of bounds inside the 30-yard line.
And this is what the Bears got to have in drives. You can't start much better than that. Big yardage there. And just as important, he's able to get out of bounds. And now that changes everything.
Now Ritter. Oh, he was hit as he threw it there, and that one winds up incomplete. A couple extra defensive backs out there in the dime, and because of that, really not many places to throw the football, if any.
And typically, what would you want to do against that dime?
Run the football.
You want to run the ball, but you can't do it in this situation. Not nearly enough time on the clock. You having to really navigate against a tough defense presented against you.
An incompletion, now a short pickup. That's not going to do it.
Yeah, you've got to get to the line of scrimmage quickly, get set up, and aim downfield.
Ritter looks to throw it. Yeah, this pass broken up. Excellent coverage there on third down, as that was not an easy one to hold on to.
With that incompletion, reality is staring them right in the face. This entire game is down to the next snap.
Fourth down, big play. Here's Ritter. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. And they do get him down, but not before he's able to slip it inside the 5-yard line. Ritter. And his ball is caught. It's a touchdown. And now in the final seconds, they're a PAT away from likely getting this thing to overtime.
And while it appears the heavy lifting was accomplished by scoring the touchdown, they're still down 1. That extra point is not a gimme.
And now the decision is to go for 2. A gutsy call, and this, in effect, is your ball game right here. Ritter looking to throw it here. And they do not get it. It's incomplete. They went for the win, and the big gamble does not pay off. The clock showing 19 seconds to go. And this is going to be recovered by the hands team. And that should just about put a capper on this one. And that's why you have your hands team out there on the field. Those are the best guys ready to make that play.
And let's face it, it was executed well. It wasn't a bad kick. It wasn't anything like that. Just that the normal outcome actually came to play. Analytics will tell you it's a very low possibility of getting the ball for the team kicking it in an onside kick situation.
You're all about the numbers, aren't you?
All about the numbers, baby. It's a new game now.
And he's going to get this one down near the 45-yard line. That was an excellent comeback.